Today, we're going to get into a story that just perfectly shows how the smallest, most simple acts of kindness can create something truly beautiful in our lives. And this quote, wow, it really just sets the tone for everything we're about to see. It's this idea that even out of real sadness, something incredible and new can begin. So, our story starts, like a lot of stories do, on what really just seemed like any other day. You see him just walking along, kind of lost in his own thoughts. The sun is setting, everything seems peaceful. But something else is happening, something that's about to change everything for him. And just like that, everything stops. It's one of those awful slow motion moments. A terrible accident. And the car? It just keeps on going, leaving this poor creature behind. This next part is it's truly heartbreaking. You see, this mother cat, with the very last bit of strength she isn't thinking about herself. She drags herself over to her baby. She gives one last, soft meow, like a final goodbye. And then she's gone. And the little kitten, it's so innocent. It doesn't understand. It just snuggles up to its mom, trying to find that warmth that's already starting to fade. Now, the boy, he saw the whole thing. And he could have just walked away, right? Most people probably would have. But he doesn't. He stops, he gives the mother a proper burial, and then he gently, so gently picks up this tiny orphaned kitten. And that right there, that's the very first note of their story together. And from that one single act of kindness, this powerful, unbreakable bond starts to form. It turns his quiet little house into a real home. So out of all that sadness, this incredible friendship just blossoms. Suddenly, the quiet house is full of life. You've got this kitten chasing things, pouncing on the bed, and even trying to help out by bringing the boy a towel. It's in all these little, silly moments that they build this amazing connection. They really became a family. But you know how life is. It's not always easy. And their simple, happy world, well, it's about to face a huge test. And then, bam, the foundation of their life is just pulled out from under them. You can see the worry on his face. He's walking the streets with this heavy, heavy weight on his shoulders. And here's where you really see it. They're in this together, 100%. He's down to his very last bit of money, just enough for one small meal for himself. And right there, walking beside him, is his loyal little kitten, sharing in the hunger, sharing in the uncertainty. Now this is the moment that really defines him, I think. He has almost nothing left for himself, and he sees someone who has even less. And what does he do? Without even thinking about it, he gives away the only food he has. It just shows you his kindness isn't something he turns on and off. It's just who he is deep down. And then you see this. It's like kindness being reflected right back. The kitten watched him. It saw what he did, and it understood sacrifice. So in this unbelievably touching moment, it pushes its own tiny bowl of food toward the boy who saved it. It's like the circle of compassion is now complete. So their kindness to each other is keeping them going, but they still have to figure out how to survive. And sometimes the craziest ideas come when you're at your most desperate. So the kitten gets this wild idea. It sees a street performer and thinks, hey, I could do that. It starts practicing these little dance moves and funny jumps. I mean, it's a long shot, it's a little bit silly, but it's the only idea they've got. So they give it a try. They put a little cloth down, the kitten does its absolute best, but the world just keeps on moving. People walk right past. Maybe they'll give a quick smile, but nobody stops. Nobody gives them a single coin. And you can just feel that little bit of hope starting to drain away. That night, as the kitten is wandering through this junk pile, feeling so defeated, a little bit of light hits something forgotten. It's an old, dusty piano, just sitting there among all the broken things. It's just a piece of junk to most people, but to this kitten, it's a flicker of hope. And this little kitten, it just refuses to give up. It runs back and tugs and pulls at the boy until he follows. Together, they pull this forgotten treasure out of the pile. And he doesn't just wipe the dust off. He starts to carefully, lovingly fix it, piece by piece. It's almost like he's not just fixing a piano, he's trying to rebuild their future. And here's the twist. The kitten is pawing at the keys, making a total racket, And the boy just smiles. Because it turns out this is a secret he's been keeping. He knows this language. He gently puts his fingers on the keys with his quiet confidence. And then it happens. Music. And not just random notes, but this beautiful, emotional melody that tells their whole story. The sadness, the friendship, the hope, it all comes pouring out from his fingertips, filling the night air. It's absolutely magical. So, in the end, what saved them? It wasn't some silly trick or trying to get attention. It was a hidden talent, a gift that was there the whole time. And it was only unlocked because of a bond that was built on pure kindness, starting with one small decision on a lonely roadside. It really makes you think, doesn't it? What amazing talents might be hiding inside all of us, just waiting for one simple act of kindness to bring them to light.